We now turn our attention to the Babylonian attacks on Jerusalem. The Babylonian Chronicles are a series of tablets, almost all of which are in the British Museum. They were written over a very long time and describe major events in Babylonian history. Look at the replica of the so-called Jerusalem Chronicle on display. Each entry is separated by a horizontal line and begins with a reference to the year of reign of the king. On the panel you can read of King Nebuchadnezzar's attack on Jerusalem in 597 BC. This was 10 years before he returned to destroy it completely. It tallies exactly with the Bible account. Top right on the panel is a feature on the Lakish Letters, discovered at Lakish in Israel. They were written in carbon ink in Hebrew on clay ostraca, or broken pieces of pottery. A few of these are in the British Museum. They were written to the military governor of Lakish by an officer in charge of a nearby military outpost, just before Lakish fell to the Babylonian army in 588 BC. One letter describes the fire signals at a nearby outpost being extinguished, meaning it had fallen to the enemy. Pitifully he cries, "May God cause my Lord to hear news of peace, even now, even now." No news of peace came, however, and the army advanced on Lakish and Jerusalem. The letters mention Bible people like Gemariah, Jaazaniah, and the prophet, who, though unnamed, must have been Jeremiah. Not long ago, the British Museum made a dramatic discovery. A clay tablet that had long been in its collection was dated to about 595 BC, and was found to contain the name of an obscure Babylonian official named Nabu-Sharusu-Ukin. This is the Nebo-Sarsekim, who, according to the book of Jeremiah in the Bible, was present when Nebuchadnezzar besieged Jerusalem in 587 BC. The British Museum said about this dramatic proof of the accuracy of the Old Testament, "This is a tablet that deserves to be famous." We've all heard the expression, "the writing is on the wall," meaning the future's looking bleak. It comes from the record in the Bible of how Belshazzar, king of Babylon, was holding a drunken feast when he saw a hand writing a message of doom for him on a wall. But in 1850, one eminent scholar wrote that Belshazzar was simply a figment of the author's imagination. A few years later, the Nabonidus Cylinder came to light, which showed how wrong he was. So finally on this panel we have a replica of this cylinder, which was found at in modern Iraq. The British Museum bought it in 1879. Its origin is unknown, but it can be assumed that it came from the ruins of Babylon. On it is a prayer of the 6th century king Nabonidus of Babylon to his god. "As for me, Nabonidus, king of Babylon, save me from sinning against your great Godhead, and grant me, as a present, a life long of days. And as for Belshazzar, the eldest son, my offspring, instill reverence for your great Godhead in his heart."